Hello, welcome to my live tonight. We are going to use this cute little sign that says, woke up like this. As in, can you believe that I woke up like this? Well, I did. I don't think you really want to see me when I wake up in the morning, but I wish I could put a crown on and just live my day, which is what I try to do. So we're going to put it on this 8.5 by 11 reusable London frame. It's amazing. So you can use this and display a sign, and then as your mood changes or you want to express something different, you can just remove the chalk by using a paste scraper, wetting it down, and a squeegee, or not a squeegee, a board eraser, and make it a different sign. But tonight we are going to use this reusable transfer. They're sticky on the back. I'm going to remove it from its transfer backer, just like this. And the first thing I'm going to do, since they're so sticky, we want to make sure we add some fuzz just so that they're not sticking so tight that they stretch out when we pull them up. The keyword for tonight is this, THIS. When you type that into the comments, you'll receive a link to your messenger with all the products that I'm using tonight. And that link, that card is completely customizable. You can add and you can remove to make it have just what you want in it. I don't think you guys can quite see me. I'm going to have to pull this table out a little bit. Okay, that's better. So I am fuzzing this right now. I'm just going to apply it to a towel. This is my fuzz cloth, but you can use any towel just to get a little bit of lint on it. And it's still sticky, but at least it's a little less. Also, if you want to be notified when I go live, please type in !notify, NOTIFY, in the comments. And what that will do is every time I go live, you will be notified. And that is an awesome feature. You won't have to miss anything. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right in the middle of my frame. I'm going to make sure today, I think it's really sticky. This one's really sticky. So like I said, you can use any piece of fabric to fuzz on. I'm going to use my shirt right now. So I'm going to center it in the middle. I know sometimes I get things crooked, and so I'm really going to work on this one, make sure it's straight. I know it's even at the bottom, so I know it's straight. And then I also want to make sure that I don't have any air bubbles. See how there's air bubbles here? That won't affect it because it's not near the silk screen. The silk screen is the area where the design is. You want to make sure you don't have any silk screen areas that have air bubbles in them, because that silk screen and the sticky around it is meant to contain that paste into that design. And if you have an air bubble right near the silk screen, it's going to allow that design to bleed out, the paste to bleed out, and your design won't be as crisp as you're expecting it to be. And you know what? After I did all this work, I noticed that it's up pretty high on that board, and I'm not going to see all the word who. So I am going to reconfigure this. Put it down a little bit. I still want my curve at the bottom, and I still want my woke at the top. Okay, I think that's going to work better. Now I'm really working to press it down at the bottom to get that bottom curve of the H that's swooping down, swooping down. I am using my squeegee, just the side of it, just to kind of make sure I get those air bubbles out and that I have a good sticky connection to the surface below. You guys, this is a good surface to get because it is reusable, and it's an 8.5 by 11, which means it'll fit all the club transfers, and you can change it up each month. So I do recommend this board. It's called a London, and you can just take off whatever paste you have on each month and put the new paste on. I'm also using two brand new colors. These are called En Vogue colors because they come out for a season and then they disappear. So I am using the Squeeze, which is this orange, and the blue one is called Fresh. So I'm going to use the Squeeze on the big swirly letters and the Fresh on the smaller ones. Maybe I want to reverse that. I think I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to use the blue on the swirly letters. This is beautiful. Look at it. It's one of those shimmers. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's a shimmer. It's more like a metallic. It's just kind of a really nice gleam to it. So I am just using this paste. I got some on my squeegee. They are made out of silicone and they're thin. And I just made a mistake. I just went over the word I, the letter I here, and I didn't mean to, but I'm going to try and correct that in just a minute. So I'm just going to go over the word woke, the swirls. Oh, the swirls. I love the swirls. They just make this so pretty. I'm just going to cover all these words. I'm just going to leave I and woke, this and up for the orange. Okay. Go down to the bottom and get that swirly. And apply more paste if you need to. Get it back in your jar and grab some more. I'm going to avoid that word like, because I want to do that in orange. I'm just going to do this. Now, I think maybe I should have started with my smaller words first to draw attention to them, as in saying, don't chalk me. Don't chalk me. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go over my blue, and I'm just removing any excess paste. I'm also kind of evening out the texture of what I've applied. If I have excess, I can either move it someplace it doesn't have enough, or I can put it back in my jar. Okay, so my blue is done. Now I'm going to get my orange, which is a squeeze, and I'm going to go over that I that I already chalked in the blue. Let's see how that works out. If it does not work, I can remove that paste, because remember, this is a removable board, and I can re-chalk it. So up is done, and I just need to do like. Make sure you get your tops and your bottoms, lefts and your rights, all your margins of whatever you're chalking, because I often don't. Okay, now I do have excess in here. I just put it right back in my jar of paste, and then I'll clean off my squeegee. And what I'm going to do now, it looks like this. While the paste is still wet, I'm gently going to lift this up, and I'm going to inspect it as I go. So see how I'm kind of going slow? I'll let you guys see, so that I can kind of look at it and see if I missed anything. And I see that I missed a little bit of skipping in here. So I'm going to put this back down, and I am going to go over that piece that I skipped. Is there something else I skipped? Yeah, right here. So I'm re-chalking that. Now I've got it done. And this is what our swirly swoopy sign looks like. Amazing. I love it. Woke up like this. I woke up like this. Aren't you happy I woke up? I am. All right, since this was such a quick project, I'm going to show you what I do. I take my dirty squeegees after I've put back any excess. I put them in a water bath over here. I cap up my paste. And as soon as I can, I spray this transfer down with water. It is just tap water. You want to clean it. It's easier to clean, I should say, with the tap water. So as you guys get on, please say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. If you see that red live button in the top corner, that means you're watching me live. And if you don't see it, it's a replay. So if that's the case, please comment #replay, just so I know that you watched. I'd appreciate it. If you have friends that would enjoy this video, this craft, please let them know. Go ahead and share this out to them. And feel free to let me know how you like it. Okay, I've just used a paper towel to get the first layer of paste off. And this is pretty clean, actually. But I'm going to get my board eraser, which is wet, and I just squeezed out the water. And I'm going to go over it again. Now, you notice that the orange kind of stained this a little bit. Some colors do, and if they stain just the teal part of your transfer, that's okay. You can see that I got a lot of blue and extra out of here after I used the paper towel. I'm going to wipe up this surface because some of that paste when I was cleaning went through to the back. And then I'm going to go ahead and clean the back of this. Remember, you have two sides to this transfer. Now the back side of this has a sticky and you do want to protect that. So we are just going to go lightly over this. It didn't have the paste directly on top, but it did go through the screen. We're going to go over that a little bit, clean up our surface, get rid of our board eraser. And now I'm going to go ahead and use a paper towel to dry this up. I'm going to dry the other side as well. Now, these are sticky, but when they're wet, they're not going to be sticky. You're going to be able to wipe over them and dry them pretty quickly just by rubbing over them. Okay, now this is all dry. I'm going to put it back on my transfer backer. There's a yellow side and a white side. The sticky side is going to go to the white side. Let's see. You're just going to match up your edges and your corners. And you want all the sticky to be contained on the transfer backer so that it protects that stickiness. Well, this is a little crooked. And sometimes it does take a little bit of working to get this right. Let's see if we can try again. So I'm going to look at my bottoms. Try to line up those corners, and I'm going to try to look at my sides. Roll it down, get rid of any air bubbles. And then I usually let this sit out for about an hour just to completely dry. See, it's contained completely on there. So this is reusable between 8 and 12 times. So don't throw it away. Make sure you clean it properly. You can use this over and over again. If you're a seller that makes signs and sell them, you can make 12 with this one transfer. So it's well worth the cost if you reuse it over and over again. When I'm done, I store it back in this cellophane wrapper that it came in. It's like an envelope. It has the directions on the back side, and it also has the name. It also has this little adhesive flap that when I open it, I tuck it in. But then I go ahead and open it, and I kind of fold up my transfer, not fold, I kind of roll it. And I put it back in this bag. Well, it's easier if this is stuck. If the tab, the little flap is stuck, it's easier. Because then you can just slide it right inside here. See how easy it is? Just slide it right up in there. What's going on is my transfer is coming off the transfer backer and it's sticking to the bag. So let's just kind of swoop it up there. Okay, now it's in there. I can release this flap and reseal it. I hang my transfers. Some of them I may lay flat in a tote, but that's how I store them. And then I can reuse it over and over again. So I want to show you one more time what our project is. Very simple, 5-minute project, but the colors are amazing. If you haven't looked into these two colors, the, what are they called? The Squeeze and the Fresh. Blue is Fresh. Take a look at how gorgeous they look on here. So that's it for my craft, guys. I hope you loved it. It was so easy. I love these projects. And don't forget, when you want to change this out, all you have to do is wet it down, scrape it off, wipe it, and you can reuse. I hope you love it. Feel free to share this with anyone that would love it. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.